And our next group, Friends of the Children, has locations across the country in some of the nation's most impoverished and crime-impacted neighborhoods. By pairing kids with a professional long-term mentor who they call a friend from kindergarten through high school, that's 12 plus years, they're determined to change the outcome for thousands of students who are facing the highest risks of not graduating. And joining us today, Devante Moore. He's with Friends of the Children. He's a program graduate. And Danny Felder, people call him Mr. Danny. He's a child program manager with Friends of the Children. Nice to have you both. Mr. Danny, I'm going to start with you, if I may. You start very young with the kids. Why is that?
Well, we see that if we start young, it's the best time to grab a child, kind of mold them, and guide them through their school years. Because if you start a little later, it's hard to kind of change their modes and ways of acting and thinking. So the earlier the better. And
then also for a long time, because some programs have a different mentor every single year, and you actually sort of have people stay with their mentee for a long time.
Right. Well, we start with a 3-year commitment for a mentor to come in. 3-year commitment because we know the longer they stay with someone, the better connection they have. If there's one change every year, it kind of throws them off, and they don't get connected to anybody, and they kind of get used to, oh, every year I'm going to have a new mentor. So with us, we make a long-term commitment. And for me, I've been there 13 years, so I've seen a lot of children go through the program.
So Devante, you began with Friends of the Children when you were in kindergarten, and you met Mr. Danny when you were in 4th grade. I'm going to ask him to close his ears for a minute so you can brag on him for me for a second. What makes him such a great mentor?
He's just always there. Anytime we need him, if we want to go out just to get out of the neighborhood or the things that we're going through in the neighborhood, he's quick to take us on outings. So an outing would be maybe to the park to play basketball. He started a tournament. We was in Central Park tournament. He put us in another tournament called Barn Squad because we're all that athletic. So he just take us out the neighborhood when we don't want to be there.
How did he help you think about your future and think about graduating from high school?
He was real. Anytime I went to him and I wanted some real advice from a person, he told me either you're going to be like the guys that's on the corner every day or you're going to be somebody who wears suits, which I'm wearing now.
Well, you made a good choice. I like that. Yes. And an excellent suit.
Thank
so
you.
Tell me, I like that advice. You're real, which I have to imagine for a lot of kids, they need to really hear, sort of the truth from somebody who's a mentor. What kinds of things are you telling the students that you're advising? What kinds of things are they dealing with?
Oh, they're dealing with a lot of things. There's peer pressure, there's drugs, there's gangs, a lot of things that children could get into, if they didn't have a mentor to kind of keep them on the right track, steer them the right way, and get them to graduate high school.
So then, Devante, if you hadn't been in Friends of the Children, realistically, where do you think you'd be right now? How old are you?
20 years old.
Okay, so where would you be?
Jail.
Really?
Maybe even just on the corner with the regular guys.
You were on a bad path?
I was on a bad path. I will admit a lot of things was going sideways in my neighborhood because I had both parents. But when you leave your household, it's a different kind of rules you have to follow. So your parents can teach you to be the greatest kid in the world in the house, but when you leave your building, walking up the block, either you're going to be prey or predator. So you have to switch your roles sometimes.
You won an important scholarship.
Yes.
It's called the Raphael Ward Scholarship.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that scholarship.
The scholarship is basically talking about a person who didn't become a product of his community. The reason why it's called the Raphael Ward Foundation is because that was one of my best friends who was killed. So he was killed over a jacket in January 4, 2013.
Over a jacket?
Over a jacket.
Wow.
So it was tough for a lot of us to even go through that, but his mother started a foundation, and since they felt like I was one of the kids who always had good grades, but I just hung around the wrong crowd, and I wanted to succeed, but it's the community I was a part of, they decided to bless me with that award.
Did it make you feel like you had an added responsibility? That is not a small thing to get that scholarship.
It made me feel important. It made me feel like I was different. That's something I like to go by. I don't like to be regular. I like to be different. So it made me feel that even though I know I'm doing good, others see that I can do good and I will do good.
Mr. Danny, back to you, if I may.
Yes.
I have to imagine that mentoring can be really challenging under the best of circumstances, but under difficult circumstances, which clearly sometimes you're in, it's got to be exhausting. And you've done it, what did you say, 13 years?
13 years.
It's a long time. Why do you do this?
I do it because I love kids, first of all. And with someone like Devante, It has been challenging, but to see the rewards at the end. It was challenging with Devante because never knew what he was going to get into, walk into the school, and academically he was fine, but the difficulties was his behavior. So walking to the school, never know if he just got into a fight or if he was angry about a certain situation, and having the contact with the teachers really helped. And he was always academically fine, so I had no problem with that. So I knew he was on that path. Just kind of get him to curtail all that anger and aggression and kind of get him to know and focus towards his graduation.
So then, Devante, extrapolate out to the future. What does your future look like?
My future looking bright. It's looking excellent. Right now, I'm an intern at J.P. Morgan Chase, the branch. So for project management analysis, I'm in a program right now called a nonprofit organization called Year Up. Right now, I'm working on writing a book called Smart Savage. Basically, it's talking about myself. That's what I feel like I am, a smart savage, because I'm smart, always had the good grades, but it's just that I went through trials and tribulations that I feel like the youth need to know about.
I can't wait to read that book, and congratulations on your great internship. Thanks to both of you for joining me today, and really wonderful work for both of you. In more and more places across the country, mentors from Friends of the Children are giving kids a chance to start a new cycle of success and keeping them on the path to graduation.